And we're back with more MegaMan Battle Network. Several days after the strange oven explosions, which is both an over- and understatement of what just happened. AC/DC Elementary, Den City. This is the place. Grin. Is he saying grin? Or are we just supposed to take that? You know what, never mind. I'm not going down this avenue. Nobody woke me up. I did a few times, just didn't get up, Len. What time is it? You got 5 minutes. What about everyone else? They're already at school. Duh. I apologize for having to speed read that like so. Looks like everyone's already in the classroom. MegaMan, any new mail? Lan, didn't you just hear what I said? You better get to class, quick. Jeez, you have 2 new messages. First is net news, student net crime on the rise. The other one's from Miss Yai. They called your name for you in homeroom, so you owe me one. That Yai. Well, no point hurrying, I guess. Why do I even bother? Check your email again. Student net crime is on the rise at schools everywhere. The reasons for this rise are as yet unknown. Are you late again? Come on, PETs have full-on keyboards, I think. Like, why can't you just type it out? I called your name for you at homeroom, so you owe me one. Now, there actually were some PET toys that I remember seeing commercials for, but I don't think I ever saw them in stores. You could link them up, and they had kind of a old-school black and white LCD screen. You're in 5th grade, right? You're upstairs. What are the stairs? Right to that door. Just in case you didn't know. Having all that in consideration, it looked like a very simple toy, and they had full-on battle chips and everything you could use, like pretty much very much akin to the anime, but I never got one myself. Looks like everyone is still in homeroom. Sneak time. I don't know how Lan pulled that off, given that his desk is in the front row, but he did it somehow. Yeah, I did it. This is Mr. Higsby. He'll be helping you teach class for the next 2 weeks. Hello, I'm Mr. Higsby. I collect battle chips. It's my hobby. I'm looking forward to trading with all of you. Be sure to come to me if you've got any rare chips, okay? Haha, snort. The new teacher's kinda scary. I don't know. Seems like one of my people, personally. Not really scary, just sorta weird. Weird. Wired. I before E, male. I before E. Does not apply in weird. And just... You know what? Moving on. I didn't think teachers had hobbies. Did you think teachers were just automatons, Lan? I do say everyone's gotta have a hobby. Everyone, let's give Mr. Higsby a warm welcome, okay? Well now, that's all for homeroom today. Teacher gives me the creeps. Maybe I'll trade some chips with him anyway. It doesn't seem that bad to me. Whoops. I used to write on blackboards with this chalk stuff. Then you had to wipe it off with a big eraser. Yucky. Now you just jack in, have your PET, and have your Navi erase it. That seems like less intuitive. Shouldn't they just put a keyboard? I've actually seen smartboards in real life. They're actually pretty spiffy. It's kind of interesting, though, that chalkboards retain their name in kind of a vestigial manner. Hey, man. Mr. Higsby is sure strange for a teacher. I don't know, I've had some pretty oddballs of my own. Oh, sorry, I was supposed to something really odd happen. What's that? Well, that's the 3 cannons, see? 3 chips I'll flash and change into a rare chip. I was a little scared at first, of course. The chip? Funny, it seems to return to normal after that. That's our hint at a particular mechanic that we'll get into later. That we were going to be a new teacher. That blows. You better wait till I upgrade Gutsman, okay? Nah, fine, chicken. You're off the hook for now. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Sure is hard remembering these chip codes. My brother said, remember the order and good will come. That's more true than we know, especially as this game is the only one of the series that you don't get to see the chip codes in combat unless you have that particular chip highlighted. Don't talk to me right now. I'm working on yesterday's homework. Ah! Ah, the Snek approach to homework. I sympathize. Time for class starts. Let's chat with everyone. Who have I not... Ah, this girl. So, yes. I'm not talking to the desk. I'm talking to Osaka here. Please don't let today be the day that World 3 takes over. What a very strange and very specific thing to say. The teacher's coming. Well, now, I'd like to begin the first class, huh? Mr. Higsby, where's Miss Mari? Miss Mari, she was sick. You went to the nurse's office, huh? What? Quiet, everyone. First class will be study hall, huh? I don't know if that's him having a verbal tic, or him, like, breathing really heavily. It could really be either, and neither show up in the anime adaptation, at least not in the dubbed version. We need to sit down and watch the Japanese and see if he has some kind of tic or something. Alright! Don't rejoice just yet, huh? I want you all to do math drills. I'll be checking them later. Shucks. Now, check in the blackboard, huh? I choose to read it this way. Alright, everyone, good luck. Now, that seems harmless enough. How bad could, 5th grade math drills be, really? Math is hard, especially in the morning, huh? That's so infectious that Lan's doing it now. What's that? We will now announce the real goal of our plan, to control the net. Lan, this is a World 3 re-education program. The World 3's true plan is to start a war, the endgame. Yeah, Endgame was good. It kind of felt like... I don't know, it kind of felt like I was crossing the I's, dotting the T's, Infinity War was a much more entertaining film. It'll take control of the military net and all other nets. The only cure for this rotten world is... deletion. Deleted. Yeah... Why? Why would they do that? Why would they bomb us all the way back to the mid-80s? How terrifying. To reach our goals, the World 3 is hiring new staff members. We'll begin a new instruction program starting today. And I'm just saying, if the pay and benefits and hours are good, I might be on board with this. Children, study well, become good slaves to World 3. It's a little inconsistently enforced. Sometimes they just put www, and sometimes they put the www with the definitive article. No way, man, not me. Oh, no, I can't turn my terminal off. We could just unplug it, and if it has a battery, we could take the battery out. And if we can't do that, we could literally get up from our desks and... Oh, the door's locked. Well, I guess that kind of puts the hole in my plan. Everyone, be calm. Me and Gutsman will stop them. See, I have perfect faith in Gutsman. It's you I don't trust. Since I was played in other schools, too. That's just making the crime rate go up everywhere. Seems a bit of a stretch, but let's work with that theory for now. He has it playing in the next room. Someone took over the entire school network. This is a school-jacking! That's... I mean, yes, but that's such a strange way to phrase it. Lan, I know how you feel, really. You better let me handle this one. Alright, buddy, fire away. Check it out, me and Gutsman are the bomb. Dex, I don't think I'll be able to do it alone. Let's go, Gutsman. Maybe you should let Lan... Quiet, I'm trying to concentrate. Why can't we work together? And there's plenty of space on that grid for 2 navies. I mean, we may bump into each other a little bit, but 3x3 is enough for 2. Check in, Gutsman, EXE, go! Here those viruses come. I actually really like that animation, with his arms going wild. That's actually really funny to me for some reason. What the? Hey! Ah! Yikes! Help! Blah. They got him. Dex, do you have a backup? Yeah. That's a relief. Okay, Lan, you're up. Show us your stuff. Lan, please. Let's do it, Lan. Okay, fine. MegaMan, let's go for it. You're in the way. Don't be too hard on MegaMan. He's one of your friends, too. Come on, you can bring my Navi roll with you. I'm sure she can help out MegaMan. I got a chip for roll R. Now, the way they explain this is a little strange, but I call these summons chips and will continue to refer to them as such throughout the duration of this Let's Play. Here's the thing with the summons chips, as, again, I will insist on calling them. I think the mechanical explanation is that your Navi temporarily turns into that Navi in order to do an attack, which actually blends with some mechanical considerations in Battle Network 4 going forward. But, yeah, I'm still going to keep insisting on calling them summons. And that looks so different. World 3 must have done this. I'll have to fix the net later. MegaMan, first, let's find the program locking the doors. Roger. I keep doing that. Alright. Going down from here, you'll see the door lock. Normally you can get there easily. Currently there are breaks in the network. Hey, Glad. Thank you for your help the other day. Someone attacked into the server in the teacher's lounge. If you're going that way, be careful of viruses. This is actually one of my favorite dungeons in the game. It has a really interesting motif. Well, I'm not wild about these particular types of viruses that I'm going to be dealing with, namely this floating guy right here. I do like the dungeon as a whole. Plus, the background theme is a bit of a remix of the heroic theme, Proof of Courage, which will be used throughout the first 3 games. It's really convenient when the enemy just walks into the attack on my behalf. Oops. Curse my greed. Let me show you exactly why I don't like these particular types of viruses. I'm going to give this guy a moment to just kind of fly around and do his thing. Right now, it's all fine up until he decides to attack, whereupon he does this. And now I have a huge cracked panel that if I step on, it will immediately break. They can become incredibly annoying, and due to the way the game tracks whether an enemy is on the ground or in the air, they can just dodge things they have no right dodging for reasons completely beyond me. They'll start their animation as soon as the match starts. Because of this, they're actually considered airborne. And just like you did right there, they'll casually just jump over your attacks, including things like summons chips and other things they have no right dodging. They can do something kind of funny. If you wait for them to try to drop on you, okay, that's only in Battle Network 2 going forward. Because normally what would happen there, or rather what I thought was going to happen there, was that he was supposed to fall through the hole opened up by my stepping off the cracked panel, and it would immediately warp him back to his side of the field. But apparently that's not how it works in this game. Now, I know what you're thinking, you know, Snek, you could have just used the add function. I don't use the add function. Get out of here with that lame sauce. The add function is for people who can't kill their enemies in one hit. Proper way. And also because I have a friend who might be watching and saying that will really torque him up. Want to go to the lock? Yes. Sometimes the long way is the shortest. You have no idea how right you are, but that's not until Battle Network 2. It seems I'm taking the long path on a regardless basis, but I wanted that money anyway, so it's fine. Weirdly enough, if you kill them after they've already impacted, they don't crack the panel. So the way the game tracks that is really strange, and maybe a little on the inconsistent side. No, I don't know what HB stands for either, I'm really not sure. I'm just gonna fire this off as fast as I can. Ah, yes. That's how that should go. I do not like dealing with those jumping, annoying pound viruses. The store is password protected. Not open without proper authorization. Number of chairs in 5A. Enter a passcode. Man, how many chairs are in the classroom for 5A? I'll go check. If you find out, hit the L button, and I'll input the passcode. This one's a bit of a softball. The only way there could have been any complications is if there was one in this corner, or if the teacher had a chair, but she does not. Cool, it worked. We can get in. Thanks, Lan. Oops. Thanks, I'll get everyone outside. I'm in such a hurry to start running again that I accidentally sped past that. Ultimately, no harm done. Going for the jump, and... Fastest start of the re-education program wiped out most of the programs around here. Well, I mean, to a certain extent that follows. You wouldn't want any kind of resistance, and since Mr. Progs can do things that normal programs really can't, it might be better to do that if you're batting for the enemy's team. I'm not saying that anyone should act on my advice. I am not a professional... I mean, I am kind of a professional IT guy, but that's not here nor there. You know, it really does sound like I'm batting for World 3 on this one, but I'm really not. There's a fine line between legitimate cyber terrorism and cartoonish supervillainy. I control the library book loan data. I have been badly damaged by World 3. Please repair the damage to the network. How do I go about doing that exactly? No one's actually said. So, we have a new type of virus here that you have to take into consideration. These, ghost guys. And they have a kind of an annoying gimmick. They'll try to teleport away from you. And then attack you very suddenly. And if you're lined up in the same row as them, they won't like that, and they'll try to run away from you. I'm about to run out of platforms if I'm not careful here. Alright. The best thing to do is to kill those ghosts as fast as humanly possible. Waste no time dealing with them. Alright, that should do nicely. Those ghosts can give you the invisible chip, which will actually render you invincible for a short time. And I did not mess up my wording there, I meant what I said. Library data locked for data preservation. Passcode entry required for entry. Number of volumes of history of the world. Now, there's only been one of those films, so you'd think that would be the answer, but it's not. I need to find out how many volumes of history of the world there are, right? Right, be back. Call me the L button. So Mega's just gonna kind of sit and chill for a minute. Can't get to the first floor. No, I mean, it's always the direct way down, but I don't recommend it. Hi. The blackboard here, this huge program's on the PC. Okay, you're a great deal of help. Encyclopedias are lined up on the shelf. There are 30 volumes of history of the world here. Did you get the number? I sure did. Cool, it worked. We can get in. Thanks, Lan. The game does not waste your time by feeding you redundant or incorrect information. When it comes to those puzzles, it's very to the point. Now, the cool thing about Summons chips is they kind of have their own navigation. Roll will immediately approach the nearest enemy and attack them directly. Afterwards, she heals us for a small amount. Door is password protected. Door will not open without proper authorization. Password hint? Nothing. No hint, let's just try anything. Now, this can go from 0 to 99, so essentially you have 100 options. So, my rule is I will start at 50 and then start working my way up or down from there. The game is kind enough to tell you if you're too high or too low, and in this case, whether it's the first or second digit. There we go. Simple as that. If you guess too many times, they will reset, but it's not that big a deal. Normally you can get to the Teacher's Lounge server just by going up and to the right. But now there are several breaks in the network. Yeah, we talked about that already. Whose money is this? With Mr. Prog's? As far as password protected. No level of power organization, number of doors in the school. Go check. This is a little confusing, because it is entirely possible that you'll end up counting the same door twice. Just remember where you are, and you're fine. So down here, there are no doors. Extra desks are here. You got a chip in a drawer. X panel 1, which is, not that great. You can go downstairs now. You beat me again. Yep, sure did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no need to go into them. We've already counted them. And then we can just go downstairs. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This one's locked. The thing that threw me off a bit when I first played this game is I initially counted this doorway as being the same door. But it's not. Remember, there's a stairwell there. So you're actually looking at physically 2 different doors. So the answer is 15. Thanks, Lion. Very few puzzles will try to actively trick you. I think that one is just ambiguous because if you don't think about it, they can look like that door is one and the same. I do not know where that's about to land. Now, an amusing aspect of the steel chip. If something's in the way, this takes 10 damage, so you can weaponize it. Huh. That's actually not a bad chip to have on hand. This could be a good emergency backup chip. So I'm going to get rid of cross gun. It will render me invincible for a short time. Not a bad trick to have up my sleeve. I don't rely on them too heavily, because usually I don't draw them in situations where I need them the most. But it will be good to have on hand just in case. Actually, this is one of those rare opportunities where the spreader chip is actually going to be kind of useful. Now, you might notice that that ghost has the red cross on its hat. Now, here's a little bit of interesting information for those who don't know. The red cross is actually a copyrighted symbol. You can't just use it. That is why you'll actually see a lot of medkits and video games have a green cross rather than a red one. It's because it's actually a trademark symbol of a corporation. If you're going towards the AV room, be very careful. The network is very unstable. But that is there to warn you that higher level versions of that same virus can actually heal other viruses. It is a very annoying mechanic, and one that we will have to deal with before too much longer. If I had done a little bit better, those guys have a chance at dropping the wide bomb. Man, what's wrong? Sorry, I'm stuck in a trap. I can't move. Where are you? Near the AV room. Sorry. Don't worry, I'll check it out. Now all I have to do? Oh. Sorry, snort. Wait, what's going on? Supplies. Now, there's no visual indication, but it's this. These desks, one of them around here is what we need. The computer's memory is so full it is frozen out. You want to try to restart it? Yes. The computer is fixed. Man, thanks. Told you I'd get you out. Yeah, it really is amazing how much of a fix-all that it really is. Computer's not working, restart it. Call tech support, they'll tell you to restart it again. Why? Because that's just the crazy mixed-up universe we live in. And you're probably seeing why Shockwave is such a good and offensive chip, especially this early in the game. I actually wish I had gotten my hands on a few more of the Dino Waves, the stronger versions from Lance Doghouse. Those viruses actually disappear after a certain plot point. I don't know why. This door is passcode protected. Same idea, no hint. So we're going to use my tried and true method and start at 50. Too low. So we're going to bump it up to 75. Too low. So I'm going to go 85. Too low, second digit. I'm going to guess 87. Too high. Well, by default, we have figured out what the passcode is. Shoutouts to my bros and sisters out there who are also born in the late 80s. And C. This is a chip I've been waiting for, and I knew I'd get a free copy, so I didn't buy one from the net merchant. I'll see if I can't put it to use in this particular fight, but we'll see. Also, if you're like me, you can have the deck sort, and thus it's less cluttered. Much nicer. I probably have too many recovery chips. I'm probably going to start reading those out next. Really, I feel like 2 or 3 is more than enough. Nice, double complete. Sadly, it doesn't count for anything until Battle Network 3. Man, it looks like this is locked us in with something else. You need to find an ID card for verification. I bet that Miss Mari has an ID card. Well, we haven't seen her in a while, not since she supposedly went to the nurse's office, which luckily is right here. Being a first grader, hope everyone's okay. Speaking of recovery chips... G is a pretty good letter code, actually. A lot of good offensive chips have a G. But it's not me warm, someone had been laying here. So, someone might have been here, but isn't anymore. Cool, there's keeps the records in this PC. And, we'll violate HIPAA later. This one's open. Hurry to the server. I'm on it, I'm on it. BR? Going to Brazil, guys. Help me. No. I love how they even give me that option. Like, I'm not going to help her. Man, that's Miss Mari. Thank you. I can't believe that guy Higsby. My ID card? Sure. Thanks for saving me. I love how she just goes with it. No questions whatsoever. Try to help everyone. I guess they all know that Land's the main character and one of the few with a custom Navi in this school. An HP memory. I don't remember where all of these are, and this is not going to be a 100% run. A lot of gym equipment. Here's gym classes up here. But anytime I can point one out, I certainly will. Time recorder, you need an ID card. It worked. The server is just beyond the lock, but be careful. Okay. And I also need to do a passcode moment. Now that we have the ID card, we can actually trigger it. Too low. Too low. High, second digit. I'm gonna guess 83. Too high. 81. Too low. 82. Way to go. I didn't think I'd make it this far. You've got to stop the announcement program quick. Being a World 3 slave is fun, isn't it, Mr. Higsby? Yes, with my new World 3 salary, I can buy lots of rare chips. Oh, so they do pay well. Where do I sign up? I knew it. You call yourself a teacher? I did feel a little bad at first, huh? Mr. Higsby? Yes, but then I knew I'd do anything for rare chips, huh? Who needs rare chips bought with World 3's dirty money? Huh, silence! Now you face me, a Number Man! No problem. Let's go, MegaMan Battle Routine. Set. Execute. Number Man is the first boss encounter we have who is not based on a prior Robot Master. At least not to my knowledge. He's also laughably easy. Remember how I went and got that Buster upgrade as early as I did? Well, now you know why. Number Man is not terribly difficult, but he will try to change up his pattern as the fight goes on. If you're doing at least 2 damage with your Buster, those orbs he summons with the numbers on them, which shows how much damage they take before they break, pose 0 threat to us. Now that he's below half health, he'll start using the number die. That will actually cause an explosion, which will chain across our field if we allow it to. That's, again, if we allow it to. And that's Time Bomb. That's actually a tool we'll use extensively throughout this series. It's a very powerful chip once you get your hands on it. I can at least use a sword to destroy the Time Bomb or the die. Like so. Now you can eventually charge your Buster, I just haven't invested anything in the charge yet. There we go, now we're getting somewhere. Like I said, I have way too many support chips. I need to make this deck more offensively focused. Ah, come on. Give me something I can work with. Even a cannon would work fine. There's gonna be some smart guy in the comments like, I bet you wish you didn't throw all your shotgun chips now. Now, no, I don't miss them. They're terrible chips. And, while not the most elegant victory we could have had, it was a victory nonetheless. Also, the rewards for these boss fights, in terms of the story, are predetermined, and your busting level does not influence them at all. I'm not even sure I'm supposed to pronounce that. See, you've been wrong all along. Quack goo goo. Let's see you in your rare chips now, huh? Sniff sniff. Lan, I think he gets it now. I'm right, aren't I? It's true, Lan is right. I should collect chips by busting viruses. I'll be good now, I promise. Trade chips sometime? Sure, why not, but you do have to pay for your crimes. You better do something to help everyone out, okay? Lan, restart the server and put the net back to normal. Wow, that really does solve everything, doesn't it? We're literally just going to turn it off and turn it back on again. Like, what crime would Higsby be charged with for this? Like, seriously, I don't know. What would he be charged with? Like, unauthorized access? Trespassing? But if he's a teacher, he might have had access to this room, so that might not even fly. Dale, how's it look? Lan, the announcement program stopped. You did it. Hey, not bad, Lan. Not bad? You mean great. Yeah, well, you ain't seen nothing yet, MegaMan. What? Good job. Don't relax just yet, Lan. You got English class coming up. Aw, man, I fixed the server too soon. Would they allow the school to just keep going after that happened? I mean, I guess no one was hurt, so it's fine, but even so, this event's kind of weird, isn't it? Phew. Tough day today, huh? Ah. What? Today wasn't... Ah, the Metro Line's opening today. Let's surprise your dad down at the Scilab. You can pick up that power-up program for me. Good idea. Man, you have to go home and do your homework. What? You're gonna go play? Jeez. For your net navy, the net is kind of like a dungeon. Inside, they fight viruses and make links to new areas. Net shops are good for getting Navi power-up programs. That is true facts. Try the day today, huh? Alright. But I will be back to bully you soon. I'm gonna go ahead and cut ahead to the next relevant plot line. You guys can join me there, as I'm gonna do a little bit of powering up. I will see you in the next one.